You ask me if spirits walk among us? Ah, my child, you are young. You have not seen the things I have seen. Let me tell you a story, one that happened many, many years ago in our village by the sea. There was a girl named Amina. She was not the daughter of chiefs or wealthy traders, but her name was known in every home from the fishermen's huts to the market square. You see, Amina had a gift. When she danced, the earth itself seemed to move with her. She did not dance for money or praise. No, she danced because the spirits had placed that fire in her soul. It was said that when Amina danced beneath the full moon, even the waves of the ocean followed her rhythm. Children clapped, old women hummed, and even the elders who rarely smiled would nod in approval. People came from faraway villages just to see her, but not everyone who watched her was filled with admiration. One night, during the great festival of Nuva, when the moon hung full and bright in the sky, Amina took the center of the village clearing. The drummers played, their hands striking the goatskin with the deep, steady pulse of our ancestors. Amina's feet whispered against the earth as she moved, her body swaying like the coconut trees in the evening breeze. The people cheered, but in the shadows, a woman stood watching, her face tight with something bitter. Her name was Mama Fatuma. She had once been a great dancer herself, long before Amina was born, but age had slowed her feet, and the people who once cheered for her had long since forgotten. The praise that was once hers now belonged to a girl half her age. That night, as Amina danced, Mama Fatuma whispered under her breath, words that should never be spoken beneath the full moon, words that carried the weight of jealousy. The next morning, when Amina awoke, her legs felt as heavy as stones. She tried to stand, but pain shot through her body like fire. She could not dance. She could barely walk. The news spread quickly. The village healer, Baba Juma, was called. He rubbed her legs with special oils, ones made from crushed herbs and whispered prayers. But nothing changed. Some said it was an illness, others, the work of spirits. But the old ones, those who had seen many years, exchanged knowing glances. It was a curse. Days turned to weeks. The next full moon came, but Amina did not dance. The village felt different, as if something sacred had been taken away. One night, her grandmother, old Mama Zainabu, sat beside her. "My child," she said, "when a gift is stolen, it must be taken back." Amina, tears in her eyes, asked, "But how?" Her grandmother sighed. "You must go to the storyteller." Now every village has a storyteller, not just someone who tells tales for amusement, but one who carries the old knowledge, the wisdom of the land. In our village, that person was Mzee Kamisi, an old man who lived by the baobab tree near the shore. Some said he had spoken to the spirits themselves. Amina, though weak, made her way to him, leaning on her grandmother for support. The old man sat on a mat, chewing a stick of sugarcane, his eyes sharp despite his many years. "So," he said, as if he had been expecting her, "you have lost your dance." Amina nodded. Mzee Kamisi tossed his sugarcane aside. "Jealousy is a poison," he said. "But the ancestors do not allow what is given to be taken so easily." He instructed Amina to do something strange. She must go to the ocean at midnight, when the moon was highest, and stand in the water up to her knees. There, she must listen. If she was worthy, the spirits of the sea would speak to her. That night, with only the sound of the waves and the wind for company, Amina stepped into the water. The cold bit at her skin. She closed her eyes. Then she heard it, a soft humming, as if the ocean itself was singing. And then, a voice. It was neither loud nor quiet, neither young nor old. "Why have you come?" it asked. Amina, trembling, answered, "My dance has been taken from me." The ocean was silent for a moment. Then the voice said, "Dance." Amina hesitated. Her legs were still heavy, the pain still there, but she lifted her foot slightly and placed it back down. Then again, and again. As she moved, the water swirled around her, faster and faster, until it felt as if the ocean itself was dancing with her. The pain in her legs faded. Her body grew lighter. A warmth spread through her chest. And then she knew her gift had never truly been taken. It had only been hidden, waiting for her to reclaim it. The next day, the village awoke to the sound of drums. People rushed to the clearing where Amina stood, smiling. And when she danced, oh my child, it was as if the stars themselves had come down to watch. Mama Fatuma, seeing this, knew that no curse could steal what was meant to shine. She lowered her head and disappeared into the crowd. And from that day forward, Amina danced not just for the people, but for the spirits, the ancestors, and for herself. So you see, my child, gifts given by the ancestors can never truly be stolen. They may be hidden, they may be tested, but they will always find their way back home. Now go. The moon is high, and if you listen closely, you may still hear the ocean singing.